Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Wow. It's almost like evidence, isn't it, Ahmed? That we've heard a lot. I mean, like all of us who are watching online, who are in the room here at the hub. I think we've probably between us read millions, maybe tens of millions of words, hundreds of millions if we include all of you, of analysis and news reports and the latest things that have been going on. And mashallah, we've heard some incredible perspectives over the last few weeks from activists, from those who are engaged in the political process, from those who are engaged in communities, for those who follow political trends. We've heard some amazing advices from our scholars as well, and from other great Islamic institutions, in particularly the Muslim West, who have all tried to contend with, in their own way, this political change that is happening that seems to be an indication of greater social changes. But I think tonight we've heard four really unique perspectives, and I just want to hit one point from each, and then close up and really ask the question: what can you and I do, having heard these perspectives from Sidi Nazim Baksh, veteran journalist, 25 years in the field. He was on the story of extremism and terrorism, I can tell you, long before anyone cared to report that story. I remember meeting him way back in 1993, and he was already on the case. If there's one person I know in the field of journalism who understands this stuff, it's him. And when he says to us that the challenge for us now is not just engagement in politics and in political action, but actually is in understanding what it means to live as human beings and struggle to be human, that really resonates with me. And I think it resonated with all of us here tonight. Because to be human is actually the highest calling that any one of us have. And when a hard-edged journalist comes back to humanity, I think we should all listen. And we should listen carefully. When the cynic who has to ask all the difficult questions says, you know what, let's set all that aside and let's look at what it means to be human and how to learn to be human. Because clearly the things that we are seeing in our political discourse undermine our humanity. I think that's really important. So that's one takeaway. The second takeaway tonight from Sidi Amjad Tarsin, who told the incredible story of Habib Salim, his martyrdom for what he believed in, and what happened in his community in Hadramaut because of the incredible resilience and hope that he showed, even giving his life for the sake of his community and for the sake of his beliefs, is that when things seem the darkest and when things seem the most devastating and broken, the people around Habib Salim and Habib Salim himself saw the possibility of hope and a better future, because they believed that the promise of Allah and His Messenger would be true, that if you lived right, acted right, learned right, something beautiful would come. And Ustad Amjad told us that something beautiful can come. Don't lose hope. Sheikh Faraz took us back to a story. And that story of the caravan setting out early is really powerful for me. It's about saying that the work now is more vital than ever before. It's not time to sleep in. It's not time to hide under the covers. It's not time to be depressed. It's time to set up before the crack of dawn, because there's a lot of work to be done. And everything good that all of our brothers and sisters, the activists, the communities, were doing the day before Trump got elected, we need to be doing 10 times harder the day after Trump got elected, or Brexit happened, or any of these issues befall us. Set out early, care for what is right, and work doubly hard on that firm, clear, wide road. That's the third takeaway. And then I have to say, Khatamuhu Misk, Shaykh Ahmed has brought all those points together so beautifully. I don't think I've ever heard the discourse of the Pharaoh analyzed as it was today. And although I know he wasn't drawing any parallels to President-elect south of the border, I don't think we have any choice but to draw the parallel. Any destructive discourse that undermines, as he said, diversity, civility, that of good consciousness, of good language, of right living, has to be deemed Pharaonic. And there's a lot of Pharaonic discourse around us. But where he took us next seemed to take Ustad Nasim, Sidi Amjad, and Shaykh Faraz's points and bring them all together and say, what is practically we can do? And Shaykh Ahmed, I think those 3 points that you made, and the 3 points that you gave us about the idea, the notion of belonging, the notion of right language, the notion of citizenship and faith, my goodness. I think those are the things that I think everyone in this room were nodding their heads, and I imagine the 100+ people watching online were doing exactly the same thing. Faith, citizenship, and belonging. People tell us that, these are things that we have to learn now. It's encoded in our deen. It's in our spiritual DNA. And that's what Shaykh Ahmed told us tonight, that these things are in our DNA. Where are the platforms for us to connect those things to learning and to the tradition? MashaAllah, as we've said, there's many institutions that are doing incredible work on the ground. And tonight, we are offering that Seekers Hub, organizations like the Ihsan Institute, are part of that ecosystem which, in these difficult times, maintains the tradition, teaches it with relevance, answers real questions, gives real advice, and doesn't undermine the other advices that we get. We're going to take in a lot of information. We're going to act accordingly. But I hope tonight, those of you who've been watching with us at home and the brothers and sisters here at Seekers Hub Toronto, one thing that we can take away is that we need to make sure platforms like this that we're sitting on, platforms that you're watching this program on, and that hundreds, maybe thousands of people will watch in the coming days are strong platforms, resilient platforms, sustainable platforms, growing platforms. We need to fight the fake religion, the bad religion, and the religion that is misjudged. And tonight we have an opportunity not only to learn from what has been said, but we're asking you to go one step further. We're asking you to make a contribution. Become a monthly donor at $10, $15, $20, $30 a month to continue to support this platform. If you can give yearly, make a big yearly gift tonight. And for those of you, as Sister Sadia so eloquently said, who are giving zakat, if you give zakat to this platform, what we can offer you and promise you is that the zakat that you will give will go to teachers to facilitate their teaching, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to teach. And students of knowledge, intelligent, smart, ready to learn and to deliver that learning, we'll give them an opportunity to learn. SeekersHub.org/donate is our donation platform. Please visit it, give something tonight, and support this platform just as I know all of you support many other platforms. Together we can build an ecosystem of knowledge that will sustain us, inshallah, not only for the next 4 years of a Trump presidency, but will sustain the lives of our communities along with the other institutions for many, many years to come. Please, for those of you who are watching this, whether live or not, please share what we're going to be doing. And so the Amr is here, our media guru. You can't see him. He's sitting on the other side of the camera. We're going to make sure that each of these talks is cut, that it's available online. If you've enjoyed something tonight, if you felt that there was something that you want to, that resonated with you, share it. Share it with your friends and family. Share it on your Facebook walls or tweet it, or to those people who follow you on YouTube or elsewhere. Encourage others to watch, and let the lessons that we've learned here tonight be vital lessons that contribute to the ongoing conversation that Muslims in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and around the world are having on the big issues that affect us today. Sidi Ahmed, did we miss anything? Are we all good? Inshallah. Jazakallah khair for joining us. I'm going to hand it over to Shaykh Ahmed to make dua tonight. To close us off, and Jazakallah khair for all of you for joining us. For those who continue to watch over the next few days, please visit SeekersHub.org And inshallah, we hope to connect with you, Shaykh Ahmed.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم والنا بالخيرات وادفع عنا السيئات واكفنا شر ما أهمنا وغمنا يا كريم. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. اللهم أصلح شؤون المسلمين وادفع الضر عنا أجمعين واكفنا يا ربنا شر ما أهمنا وغمنا يا كريم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين.